All right, so in the draft that actually happened, you were mentioning that you're a little bit worried about Whiskey Business now that PL pick has come out. The AoE is pretty weak for them.
Yeah, I agree. Ursa's gonna get kited like crazy against PL. He's against a Viper and an Axe as well, so he might not be able to deal as much damage as he likes.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I think Invoker might be alright though, but PL, like I said before, Doppelganger can dodge most of Invoker spells, so they're gonna need perfect lockdown for him.
Yeah, that Shadow Shaman's gonna have to get off some really nice long duration shackles to make up for it. The one thing that is nice about the PL matchup now is the fact that they changed Diffusal Blade, so it doesn't get rid of GA anymore. So they don't really have a great way to get through Guardian Angel, but other than that, like you said, Ursa's still going to get kited, and Invoker's stuff can all just get purged off, so still going to be a tough game for Whiskey Business.
Yeah, we're going to look at the early game. Neither teams are actually going for early game smoke at all, so
yeah,
everyone's just gonna chill. Yeah, everyone's passive a little bit.
Yeah, and actually we're just going to go through a quick introduction of the team so that everybody knows who we're working with. We got Watermelon on the mid invoker for Whiskey Business. We have Foamer playing the Shadow Shaman. Tendu Tsurugi on the Omni Knight. On the Night Stalker, we've got the Captain, Mr. Feedback. And finally, we have Dioxin playing that Ursa Bear. For the side of Paradise, we've got Monkey on the Axe. We've got T-Stone on the Spear Breaker. Megaloro on the Phantom Lancer. Viper getting played by Titan X. And finally, we've got Wazi playing that Ancient Apparition.
I like the name. Wazi. Fuzzy Wuzzy.
Fuzzy Wuzzy, that's right.
Fuzzy Wuzzy. Alright, both team. Tendo going for a lot of tankers, region.
Yeah.
It's going to recall first, actually.
The extra fairy fires are kind of interesting, but I suppose that burst heal is going to be some nice clutch saves.
Yeah, he got repel as well.
I guess to deal with the ice.
Caught.
I mean, I guess that's to deal with the cold feet. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. Probably the slow from Phantom Lancer.
That's fair. I don't know. I just thought you always. I thought you always. Well, bottom lane, we are going to get the shackles coming out. We've already got the rotations coming out. Void has been used by Mr. Fleabag. He's trying to chase down the Axe. He's going to get off that secondary Void. They're going to have the damage. The shackles come in, and First Blood gets it picked up from Night Stalker. Well played, Whiskey Business, and already this Shadow Shaman getting a lot of work done with those shackles. Mid lane, though, Invoker having a very tough time up against this Viper, getting harassed under his tower.
Oh, he's getting good CS. Very good CS. It's 5-on-1 compared to the Viper. I'd say he's doing pretty well, actually.
He is actually farming pretty well. I'm a little bit surprised. When I just kind of looked at where the Viper was, it looked like the pressure was coming in, but 5-1 for the Invoker to the 2-1 of the Viper. That's not what you'd expect from this matchup. And oh my lord, Whiskey Business down bottom, diving past the tier 1, Axe basically farming in his tower.
They gotta get a pull off, but Foamer's gonna do this goal for the rune for now, I think. Look at double rune.
Spearbreaker charging the Omni Knight just so he doesn't get the rune.
Space. Force a TP rotation, I say that's worth.
Yeah, it's just a cute little play to charge just to get the rune, especially at level 1.
Well, I don't like the stop shield on feedback though. As a Night Stalker, as a roaming, you don't really need stop shield to like tank hits. You want to get like more movement speed, maybe like a Windlace or something, maybe even a Wand. 200 gold, that's a lot in the game.
Yeah, no, that's pretty fair. Foamer desperately trying to zone out this Axe, but Axe already level 3. No points in the call just yet, though. He does actually go for a 0-1-2 build. Don't see that.
That's fine. No, that's I think that's what some axes do as well, because especially against if they're against a lane that they think they can kill. So probably might want to. I think he's probably thinking of trying to harass some Homer and chase him down. Probably.
Fair enough.
That's what I've seen some people do.
That's fair enough. Speaking of harassing supports, Tendu up top on the Omni Knight, just trading blows with the Ancient Apparition. No kills just yet, but the Repel is on cooldown. Cold Feet's gonna get chucked out, and the Tangos are running low for this Omni Knight, and PL is just having a blast. 17 to 13 for him. Lots of denies, which is keeping this Omni Knight very low on levels. Already at 2-level advantage for this PL.
Yeah, he's not skilling his heal yet. He's probably just trying to deciding either he wants to skill purification or degen.
Yeah,
I think skilling purification now is good though. Just heal up, just play very aggressive.
Yeah, maybe worried about some mana costs, but still, I mean, he's not getting anything out of this lane right now.
Oh,
0 last hits for him. Only 5 for the Axe, but I think the levels are really the story of the off-laners.
Axe is getting way too much. Night Stalker should be rotating a little bit more on Axe. Like if they put a tri-lane focus down on Monkey, he's not gonna get a lot, anything at all. 0.
Yeah, there is a rotation from the Invis Night Stalker though. He's got Void and Silence ready to go, but Invoker's pretty low on mana. Only has enough for the Cold Snap and the Forge Spirit. He's gonna get the Forge Spirit out now. Are they gonna decide to go in for this? If Viper crosses the river, they're gonna go for it. There's the Void, there's the Cold Snap coming out. The attack moving is not gonna be there, and the TPs are coming. If Invoker only had the mana, but the charge is gonna come back in on the other side. Watermelon's gonna get run at, as well as Feedback, who's falling very low. He's tanking the tower, and Watermelon's just like, I'm going back to farming, dude. I don't care. But I mean, force the TP, and Invoker can still stay in the lane. Quas regen is pretty OP. So he's gonna just regen up and be fine while Viper has to walk all the way back to base.
I'd say that's worth for the Radiant side. Watermelon's he's already better higher in CS anyway, so now he's gonna get like 0 harassment, he's gonna get free farm. This Invoker is gonna have a good game.
Yeah, the question is it going to be good enough? While all of this is happening, we do have a PL who's still basically free farming in this top lane. Level 5 now, he's got boots, he's got an Aquila, and a full wand heading into those power treads. 33 and 21. Ursa is still top of the CS charts, but the denies are really what's adding up now.
Oh yes. 21 denies, he's 1 level ahead of the Ursa. Like 1 full level actually.
That's pretty crazy.
Very good lane control by him. Like his, he didn't push past the river at all until the siege creep wave.
Yeah.
So that's a really well, like very skillful lane control from what's his name?
Yeah.
Galaro. I'm gonna call it Sunkiss.
Sunkiss. Yeah, that's easy. There we go.
Yeah,
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
And I mean it is nighttime though, and we're not seeing a whole lot out of this Night Stalker. He got that nice rotation mid, but didn't secure any kills, so the levels are falling pretty low for him. He's only level 2, almost level 3, but not quite there. They are going to go, it looks like, for a kill onto this Axe. This Void's going to come out. Is he going to get in range for the Shackles? He is. The Ursa's going in. The Fierce Swipes are stacking up. He's getting so low, but he's just not dead yet. He's so very low. But 2's TPs do come down to the bottom. The Sunstreak comes out, but it's going to be a little bit off the mark as the Jukes do come out.
That was so unlucky by Ursa that he got level 6, but he didn't skill Enrage, so he couldn't burst down the Axe in time. Very unfortunate. And Feedback doesn't have his passive yet. I think he should have just went 1-1-1. Like the movement speed is really important on a hero like Night Stalker.
No, that's completely fair. The extra damage from Void is nice, but I don't even think he had level 3 when they were going for that kill. So
he did, but he didn't skill it. That when he went for the kill.
Oh, yeah. That's rough. That might have been the difference there. They are going to get a charge now onto the Ursa. He does have the Enrage, like we mentioned. The Chilling Touch is going to come out. Right. Enrage is ready to go. Morbid Mask is online for the Ursa, so he can fight pretty effectively. Meanwhile, up top, like you say, Tendo is getting charged. The Repel does come out, but PL can continue to dive. He's got the Illusion Army starting to pile up. Tendu looks like he's going to go for that Shrine.
Titan was almost taken down by Watermelon, but he didn't have mana for the Sunstrike.
Yeah, that Sunstrike he threw bottom just a little bit too much, but I mean, this Invoker, he's not farming exceptionally well, 28 and 13, but he's harassing this Viper just so much. The level advantage is really, I think, where this is going to start to come into effect. But they need to do something about PL.
I think he should be happy. Like, he's against the Viper. He's pumping so much.
Yeah, not often that you see an Invoker ahead of CS and denies on a Viper. The one thing I am worried about though is just this PL. Like, he's got 54 CS, 55 at not even 9 minutes in.
Yeah, and we mentioned before he's a natural counter to like Ursa and Invoker as well. So
yeah, he's getting dive top again. There's no TPs coming out. Night Stalker doesn't have one, and Shaman is on cooldown, so Omni Knight's going to be forced to just back right out of the lane, and this is probably going to push in and maybe be tower down. He's got full treads, plus another almost 1,000 gold. He's almost got his first blade of alacrity at not even 10 minutes into the game.
Yeah, this PL is gonna be a very big problem. He's trying to take down a tower as well now. Yeah, I don't think they can stop it at all. Like, Night Stalker is single target, Ursa is single target. Gonna have
I mean, Shaman has Ether Shock, I guess.
Yeah.
That's kind of where we're at.
That's the only way they have, I guess. Other than Invoker.
Yeah, there's gonna have to be a lot of Maelstrom Mjolnirs, I think, that are gonna have to get built.
Yes. Mjolnir Ursa, I haven't seen that since Dota 1.
I mean, it's either that or Battle Fury at this point.
Yeah, Battle Fury is pretty bad on Ursa. Like, Fury Sword doesn't stack, so that's where damage comes from.
Yeah. If only. Oh man, this Invoker is just getting
Oh, they're going on Sasuke.
He's going on top, but the Shackle's not going to be enough. The calls are there, the TV rotations are there, and that's a Shadow Shaman who is dying. Tendu does make it out with his life, but with Axe rotating up now, level 6 to the level 5 of the Omni Knight, this early game is not going very well for Whiskey Business, and that's where they really need to shine. PL's gonna, I mean, we keep coming back to it. PL's just gonna scale so well, and Ursa needs to get that momentum going. He's got his Vlads online, no Blink Dagger just yet, but
maybe you should just wait for the Blink, not this Vlads.
Oh, Invoker's dead.
Oh, he missed.
Invoker's almost 100% dead mid. We've got a charge just waiting to happen on a hasted Spirit Breaker. Viper coming up with the Viper Strike. They're just the charge is gonna come out. Viper Strike is there. The immediate TP rotation from the Shaman. Another bash does come through though. Watermelon tries to turn with the Cold Snap. Is trying to run away. Has the Exort orbs up, but he's not regen. Oh, he regens too late, and the T-Stone does make it out on the back. He has the urn ready to go as well. So just that was.
That's the new poison attack right there.
Yeah.
Like, you could live if it was the old poison attack, but then now it deals like missing health percentage, I guess? Yeah,
percentage of your health.
Yeah, so that really screwed Invoker over.
Yeah.
It's pretty unfortunate.
Oh, and Foamer's gonna get charged mid now. I don't know.
Fine. Should be fine.
Yeah, he's gonna cancel. Okay, he'll be fine. Well, a nice turnaround for the Viper. He definitely needed the help. This does put him on even footing with the Invoker. If we take a look at the net worth chart, Invoker is still third overall. Ursa's actually ahead of his PL counterpart for now, which is where they want him to be, but PL does just now overtake him. So
Stone might be dead.
Sunstrike not going to be enough to get the kill, but is still a dead Spirit Breaker. Off the map for 10 seconds. Probably see him charge to another lane now that that's down.
Yeah, we haven't talked about like the Shackle into Sunstrike combo yet. Totally forgot about that. That's a pretty good combo for Whiskey Business.
Yeah, I would have liked to see them abuse that a little bit more. And Shaman really low on mana now. He needs to get himself some clarity so that he can get those shackles and get that combination going. But this is giving a lot of space. All these rotations are giving some space to Tendu. Now he's catching up. He's got himself his level 7. He's got mana boots. He's got soul ring. So Tendu's starting to get a little bit of space, and I'm sure he's appreciating it. Meanwhile, down bottom, Wazi is going to go down. The Spirit Breaker is going to TP down to the bottom lane. And Blink Dagger is almost online for the Ursa, so I mean, once he has that,
picked out the Vlads.
Yeah, he had the Vlads not too long ago. It's only 13 minutes in. 3-3, slight net worth lead for the Radiant right now. Axe was queuing up the Vanguard, is now going to just opt in right for the Blink Dagger. But meanwhile, Charge does come in onto feedback, and then he voids and runs away from the Spiritbreaker. And we're actually going to see the new Veil build coming out on the Viper. I've seen this to mixed results. What are your thoughts on it in this game?
I played against it once. It was an annoying early game, but it dropped off pretty fast, I remember. Like once we got like Manta Stars and BKBs, just Viper just couldn't do anything at all. So I think it's more for like how do you call it, a snowball item, but Viper right now is not snowballing, so don't really like it. It does help him farm stacks though, Netatoxin.
He doesn't have any levels of Netatoxin though, he can't.
Well, he's gonna get it soon.
Yeah.
Well, he has to.
Yeah, he's
But you know
going
what?
to. Oh, the Invoker is getting chunked down though. That new poison attack is just so devastating.
I think a Viper Strike could have killed him.
I don't disagree with you. Viper Strike, maybe a charge coming in to give the vision.
Yeah.
Ursa has moved himself into the pit though. We did miss this. He's got the Blink Dagger online now, is starting the Roshan. This could be the turnaround.
That's easy rush. No walls. They didn't scout it at all.
But I think on the flip side of that, talking about key items coming online, 15 minutes in, Diffusal Blade coming out for the PL, and this is just when Invoker is only just now getting his Midas. So the snowball for the Invoker only just starting now. Ursa does get his Aegis.
It's Infestrin. Infestrin, he just hit. Walk past it.
Oh man, please somebody
like
grab
this.
it. Tendu up top, looks like he's getting rotated around on. Spiritbreaker's gonna TP to the lane. The AA and the PL already there. Charge waiting to happen until the repel comes out. And oh, PL accidentally TPs. Where's the charge?
Charge?
Where's the charge? Oh, the nice. I don't know. He's still pretty dead. Yeah, magic damage.
And they got Viper though, mid lane.
They did get Viper, so they are going to trade 1 for 1, and this looks to be probably a tower trade as well. Yeah, with the Shaman Wards getting committed. I don't know if this might have been over.
That's a bit too much. Overkill, yeah.
Alacrity on siege creeps is pretty OP, but they are going to get themselves this tower, and maybe no, that's going to be a nice tower trade.
Yeah, we dropped snakes for it. But you could have saved it for bottom tower. Bottom tower was pretty low as well.
I mean, I don't know if you want to drop that on bottom tower, but either way, snakes are committed, and they're going to trade kills and then trade towers off the back of that. PL starting his snowball into the late game, has his diffusal, is just like fighting back and forth for net worth on this Ursa.
It's very well played by both carries. They understand that both of their heroes, they really need a snowball, so they're trying their best to like really take over the game. I wonder what Ursa's gonna go. He might be going Abyssal next. That's what I would do.
I gotta say too, I'm pretty impressed with the levels on these supports. Level 6 on all of the supports. AA is a little bit lower, but Shaman, he's level 7. He's got his Arcane Boots online. Spearbreaker level 7, almost level 8. The only one who's falling a little bit behind from where I think he'd like to be is maybe this Night Stalker, who's going for a Shadow Blade into Silver Edge.
What? Maybe it's to break.
Corrosive Haze?
They have a lot of things to break. And
Bash, yeah.
Helix.
Yeah, counting him. Okay. I mean, it's a greedy pickup, but if he's
very greedy, I think Urn is way better. Like he could have bought it now, right now. Like, right now he can buy Urn. Like Urn is such a good item.
Hello.
Yeah, especially with the new build into Spear.
Yeah, that's so good.
They do spot the Axe. They're gonna pop Darkness, rotate over.
I played AA.
Axe, does he have his Blink Dagger online? He's so close. This would actually be such a clutch kill if they can get this Axe. They're instead gonna find themselves a Mr. Spearbreaker. Ursa's gonna pop the enrage. He does still have the Aegis, but he might get kited around a little bit too much there with the Diffusal Blade coming out. Another strike is gonna come, as well as the Sunstrike and the AA Blast coming out. Shadow Shaman does drop the ward before he dies, but does indeed die. Night Stalker trying to run away for the best that he can. Viper's coming over as well. Ursa blinks out. Is he able to get away? He is spotted in the creep wave. Spearbreaker still alive. Gonna go for the charge. No, silence on to the PL, and they're just gonna take themselves a Night Stalker instead. So Ursa does make it out, and Omniknight's putting a bit of pressure top, but a very nice team fight there for the Dire.
I think this favors the Dire. They didn't lose anybody at all. And they got the PO involved as well, so that's Aegis down with
And Omni Knight's dead top as well, so his trade's not even going to be great. He pops GA as well. He's going to get bashed.
No,
17%? Yeah, there it is. Charge does come out, so kill
space,
after kill.
Space.
Yeah, space for Invoker, right? That's what this is all about.
Yeah.
He's halfway to eggs.
Like, they couldn't take a tower, but they rotated 4 heroes top, so they missed the opportunity to take a tower down bot.
I guess the question becomes, is it worth it to just keep the kills coming and shut down the Omni Knight?
I don't think Omni Knight's that big of an issue right now. It's pretty fun though, actually, considering he has like Arcanes and Mech now. It's not bad.
Yeah, considering where he started, he's actually ahead of his Axe counterpart. Like Axe I think had the much better start in lane. He did die. I think only the once. Yeah, he's only died the once. Omni Knight, of course, in 2 deaths actually. I was gonna say
and
no
not
deaths,
involved in
but
any kills, by the way.
Sorry.
Like he wasn't involved in any kills as well.
Yeah, Omni Knight, but somehow still ahead of him on the net worth there. Ahead of the Viper even. So even though this PL is top of net worth right now, there's still a 3k lead for the Radiant as all of the rest of their cores are doing very well. And Night Stalker is going to get himself that Silver Edge pretty, well, not the Silver Edge, but at least the Shadow Blade pretty soon. Oh, Foamer, this is a greedy ward. He's going to go for the Hex, and that's going to be it. He's got no more mana.
And they should know there's a ward there as well, if they pay attention. Like, why would the Shadow Shaman walk up there? So I'm pretty sure they would come to the conclusion.
Yeah. Oh, Haystring gonna get denied by the Form Spirit there. Nice little micro, cheeky play. And Basher is gonna be the item of choice for the Ursa Bear. He is gonna get spotted out by the Spirit Breaker, who just doesn't mind.
Yeah, he really needs the lockdown, like PO and Spirit Breaker as well. Oh, he might die here actually.
Yeah, I think that's a dead Ursa. I don't know, he's got the Basher online. The Void is going to come in from the Night Stalker. The rotations are here. This is the first time the Omni Knight has showed up into the fight. The Bash is going to come out, and the Omni Knight does secure the kill there. Heck, oh man, very long range shackles onto the AA. This is going to be a nice turnaround. So 2 quick kills for the Omni Knight. He gets himself involved into his team, and he's got GA. They've got Shaman wards. They can push this into a tower very easily. Invoker's going to push out the mid lane, so he doesn't get PL get any free shenanigans going on. And I mean, this early game looked kind of rough, but these rotations from the supports, I think, of Whiskey Business have been very nice.
Oh yes, I agree. They could have dropped snakes there, but nah, the points in Spirit though.
Nice zoning from the Omni Knight there as well. Axe does have his Blink Dagger, is forced to put it on cooldown. The Silence does come out. There's no Doppelganger coming out, but the nice reactions from the Spirit Breaker do keep everybody alive. The GA comes well as the Shaman Ward getting dropped now. Invoker's still not there for this fight, so it's going to be a 4-5. Sunstrike comes out, but it's going to miss onto the PL. Tendu both very low, doesn't have the mana for Repel anymore. It's going to be instead the Ursa getting chunked very low, and it's going to be a 3-for-1 trade. They do get the Torment coming out onto the rest of the team, but that's a 4-for-1 trade for the Dire. Really
Manta Star completed. Yeah, and they gave PL his Manta Star as well. Even more illusions, even more kite.
Yeah, and no more silence from the Night Stalker. That was such a nice charge from the Spirit Breaker to break that whole engagement up. They just tried to chunk him down and couldn't do it.
That's why we mentioned before, right? Like PL is just gonna kite kite Ursa to hell.
Yeah.
And Ursa he couldn't figure out the right PL, so just stood there and just got munched to death.
Yeah, and while PL deals with the Ursa, you have the supports just fighting each other out, and I think the Shaman being just a bit squishier than everybody else. I mean, AA drops Ice Blast, and he's pretty much done his job. Shaman really needs to keep alive in these fights. They are going to go for another kill onto the PL, but he's got his mana style online. Ice Blast is going to come out as well. Repel going to be there onto the Night Stalker, so he's going to try and Repel. Not enough mana anymore. The PL army is just massive. The Invis is going to be there. Are they going to find the right PL? The Aether Shot comes out, trying to find the real one. The Magic Wand will be there. Huge call from the Axe on it. unfortunately, the entire Radiant lineup except the Invoker drops again, as well as the tower. Triple kill for Sunkissed. And Invoker only has his eggs online. He's not ready to take these big engagements.
That was a very sick call by Monkey right there. It's pretty much like Malgoro was PL was getting focused down, and he jumped in to call them all the 3 remaining heroes. That's very nice play.
Yeah, really nice. Very nicely done. Really nice from the PL to trust his axe as well. Invoker might be able to kill PL here, but no.
It's double gango as well.
Yeah, I forgot that gets rid of.
Yeah, they get rid of everything.
Yeah.
What a spell, man! What a spell.
It really sucks that Meteor can get purged off. I think that's the big crux.
I mean, how is Invoker going to be balanced?
I mean, Invoker's not meant to be balanced. Invoker's meant to be the
he has
king
like
of
what? 10 spells, man. 10 spells.
10 spells plus Cataclysm, if you count Cataclysm as its own spell.
Yeah, I don't really like Cataclysms. Not really. Unless you have like a black hole or RP. Cataclysm is pretty bad.
I think it's okay if you pair it with the AoE Deafening Blast ability, because then you push them into the Sunstrikes, right?
Yeah, that is true. You gotta get level 35 though.
Yeah.
It's a miracle level plays.
Yeah.
Cold Watermelon can do that.
I don't really think it's really good against the PL though, because the illusions just soak up all the damage, so probably won't be what he gets here.
And he purges everything opposite.
Yeah. Except, well, you can't purge off Deafening Blast.
There's a disarm, yeah.
Yeah, the only way you get that off is BKB.
Yep.
So that's at least something. Omni Knight's going to go for Radiance. I guess that's going to be part of their way of dealing with the PL illusions. Just constantly chip him lower and lower throughout the fights, as long as you can, try and outlast him. That is one way to deal with it. They are going to smoke up an immediate scan from the Radiant, 5-man smoke from the Dire. But they are grouped behind their tower. They are ready for this kind of movement. It's going to be a question of who gets the jump on who. Invoker chucks out the Sunstrike, or the Tornado. The Shadowblade does pick it off, but a huge call into the creep wave and onto 2. Meanwhile, the Night Stalker gets jumped very low. Meteor comes out onto 3. Huge Greaves play actually keeps the Night Stalker alive as well. All of the Radiant heroes falling, all the Dire heroes falling very low. 2 for 1 right now. They get the PL, which is an absolutely massive kill. Invoker's doing just so much work. Icefall's going to get dropped on top. Ursa's getting just chunking down onto this Viper. Shaman Wards did get dropped, but a really nice fight, I think. Even though you go 3 for 2, you get 2 big kills as opposed to the supports. And Ursa's actually going to chunk in onto the Spear Breaker, but just a little bit too far away for that to work. Sunstrike going to be off the mark. No kill. But maybe they push this into a tower. They've got a Siege Creep, they've got Alacrity. And that's going to be a dead tower. Good lord, that combo is just insane.
That's insane! Oh.
It's so much damage.
I know, right? I love watching that. It's so satisfying.
I'm a big Invoker fan. He's my most played hero, and I just love doing that.
I don't really play Invoker that much. I'm more. I like offlane though. Offlane's like my jam.
That's your role. You like chucking.
Ever since Pangolier came out, I haven't lost with that hero.
Oh my lord, that hero is.
It's been like 14 games. Holy shit! I love him so much.
That hero is just ridiculous. I kind of want to. I can't wait to see him in Captain's mode. There's going to be so many great Echo League games with that. Second Roshan does go the way of the Radiant. Meanwhile, 2k advantage has swung back into Whiskey Business's favor, and they've got the cheese on the Ursa. See if he gives it away to the Invoker or maybe even the Omni Knight. We'll see.
He's probably gonna hold on to it.
You think? You don't think he gives that to one of his other cores?
I don't think he will. And I don't think he should as well. He's the only frontliner, right? Other than Omni Knight. But I think Tendo has been playing he's been staying behind, repelling his calls. So
not necessarily the big meaty offlaner.
Yeah,
but,
probably until you guess maybe when you get Radiance he'll go in front.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see what happens there. The Ursa does finish up his Abyssal Blade, so a little bit of extra lockdown that the PL can't get rid of. Speaking of PL, he is still top of the net worth, going for that heart now. Make himself just a little bit easier to stay alive in these fights. You can disengage thanks to Doppelganger, heal up, and then come back in. But Radiant's actually pretty good against that. There's going to be a smoke up from the Dire. Are they going to be able to find the real one? The Eve Shock does come out. They do find him. The Manta Style is going to be there. Oh my gosh, the Doppelganger is just so ridiculous. The real one does run north, but they are aware that the Dire are closing in response to this gank. That was almost so clutch, but not quite able to do it.
I believe there was a smoke as well, was it? I didn't
it was a smoke. It was a 3-man smoke with the Omni Knight, I think, running behind.
Very unlucky.
Yeah. And Ursa's got himself... Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just saying that's the problem against if you have possible targets against a PR. Like, you just can't find a real one.
Yeah.
Like, you mentioned Aftershock, but like even with Aftershock they couldn't locate like the real one.
Yeah, there's just too many.
These illusions getting tanky. Yeah.
Too many heroes, too many illusions. What are your thoughts on the diffusals? The diffusal getting slotted up by this Ursa now.
I like diffusal on Ursa, it's pretty good. He has cut issues, right? So like,
we're going to put a hold on that as there's going to be initiation on there. The Sunstrike is going to connect onto the Spear Breaker. Meteor getting dropped as well. Spear Breaker falling very low, but the Disarm coming out from the Invoker. A lot of his big spells are getting dropped. They're going to go trade for trade as PL's pushing into the bottom. Meanwhile, Snakes have got dropped into the top. Aegis does get popped by the Ursa. They really want this tower. Meanwhile, PL in the bottom is getting these towers. Glyph comes out from both teams, but nobody's defending these barracks. Meanwhile, top, they're holding this push very successfully. They need to come back, and Invoker is going to do so, but it looks like it's going to be a dead barracks.
And Ursa's going to die in second time probably.
PL is going to dodge the EMP and is going to be able to commit for that barracks. So a bit of a not great trade for Whiskey Business. A nice rat plays from this PL. And like you said, Ursa does go down a second time.
He probably used too early.
Yeah.
He was 50% HP when he popped it.
Omni Knight does
a little bit more.
Yeah, that was a really nice hold there from the Dire. They do lose the tier 3, so shrines are open to both teams, but that melee barracks in the bottom is just so big going down.
I think it's going death, so he wants the building damage, but I think screw these kind of items. I think he needs a BKB. He's getting kited by the freaking Viper Strike and stuff.
What do you think about? What do you think about something like a butterfly that gives you some extra movement speed, some nice evasion against the PL illusions? Do you think maybe that would be a nice solution instead of the Deso?
For Ursa? Yeah. Not really. I'm not a huge fan of butterfly on Ursa.
No?
I mean, yeah, not really. He does get attack speed, but then again, he's pretty redundant, right? He has overpower already. Like, he's more of a jump in, you burst down someone, you get out, re-engage, that kind of hero. So
that's fair. I was just thinking as like something to like kind of like a hybrid tank damage item. Maybe like an AC then?
I think BKB, man. It's just BKB.
Just get the BKB.
If he has BKB and they find the real PL, the PL can't do any damage to him. Diffusal doesn't go to BKB, so
yeah,
it helps him. He helps him a lot. Honestly, I don't think Deso would be a wise pickup.
Yeah, I mean it's nice. It's nice for some extra burst, but I mean PL just has so much armor that reducing it by 7, I don't think is going to be a big deal. And that talent.
I think it's just for buildings. It's not for heroes.
Yeah, that's fair too. They don't really have great tower pushers. Like Invoker can do it, but he doesn't want to stand in the front lines to get it done.
Yeah.
And this bottom lane is
just not doing that well as well. Yeah, Foremost has been dropping snakes, but you saw that. Like, he dropped snakes very early on, and the tower like still stood still for like more than 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's one of the issues that with Shadow Shaman is since they changed the way that armor on building works, when you have that big 5-man cluster, the towers just get so much extra armor and they get so much tankier. Whereas you have a PL who's pushing alone, and
he deals so much more damage.
He deals so much more damage, even than the Shaman wards.
And he's got his heart actually.
Yeah, he has it if he wants to say forget buyback, but I think you have to hold on to buyback at this point for both teams.
I think it's fine, honestly, for PL. I think he can afford to get greedy. Like, they don't have. I think Whiskey Business is gonna be waiting for the next Roche. So I don't think they're gonna push anytime soon. And with a heart, he's pretty much unkillable now if he gets a heart. So I think he can be. I think he can afford to be a bit greedy, but maybe he just not play it safe.
I mean, it's one of those things, right, where you might feel like you're super comfortable, but one gank, you know, one blink abyssal from the Ursa into shackles, and all of a sudden you're losing the game and you don't have buyback. So it's as far ahead as you might be. Shackles are still ridiculously long disable, so I can't.
I think it's pretty even. Like the network was pretty even. Look at the network charge.
Yeah, I mean, if just looking at the network chart, it's just gone back and forth all game. Overall, I think it's been a Whiskey Business favorite game, but this PL just doing so much work. And after that last Barracks trade, I think was the real big thing. And looking at XP, I think, is where the big discrepancy has come in. It's a 10,000 XP advantage for the Dire.
Yeah. Ooh. I think that's because PL has been like farming and pushing alone, while Whiskey Business has been grouping up as 5, trying to take fights.
Yeah, Invoker's the only one who's really been off on his own for most of the game. It's kind of been 2 teams of 4 protect 1, with the PL showing up to a few more fights.
But Watermelon's not that farm yet. He's only just hit level 21. So.
Yeah, he does have his Lincoln Sphere online, so a little bit more tanky. Where do you think he goes with next? Do you think he gets like his own Maelstrom to try and wave clear? Do you think he gets the Scythe for some more lockdown? How do you itemize in this game?
Very tough. You can itemize a lot. Shivas, Hex as well. Kaya actually.
No, Kaya Invoker is awful.
It's good. Like 10% spell, 10% mana cost. That's insane.
Oh, Ursa's gonna get caught out by a 4-man rotation there. They instant called. He doesn't even get a chance to get the ulti off. It just melts.
It just melts the PL. Yeah.
Really nice rotation.
New wards somewhere here. Yeah, like Ursa is picking it up. He's telling his team he wants the ward somewhere there.
Either that or he thinks that they have a ward, one of the two. But
Yeah.
Omni Knight's pushing in top. He's trying to get his little split push going on, but
Space.
I think that the Dire pushes in just a little bit more. Tornado is going to come out from the Invoker. We'll see the EMP. Nice dodge from the PL, but the Axe does lose most of his mana thanks to this. Darkness does get popped by the Night Stalker, but he still just gets shredded. Deafening Blast comes out just a little bit too late to save the Night Stalker there, and PL just runs away and heals up thanks to his freshly completed heart.
Yeah, and I go for Roche now, I think. But like with the new change, PL is a decent Roche hero now.
Yeah, because it's like what, 20% damage or something like that, but it's still damage.
I believe so, yeah.
And this is Refresher Shard too. So, I mean, double AA Blast, I guess, is probably the best that they have. They don't really have great heroes for the Refresher Shard, but I think it's really more about denying it for the Invoker.
He's gonna try to snipe it though. But it's getting one more. Oh, I know what I mean. It's either like a mobility, either comes out of blink.
Yeah, a blink could be pretty nice for him, but
yeah, either blink or full stuff, either one.
Yeah.
But if I'm full try hard right now and I really want to win the game, I might go BKB. Sure, Axe can call you through BKB, but still, it helps you against the PL a lot, as well as the AA plus somewhat.
Yeah. And we mentioned it earlier in the game, but there's a Spirit Vessel now picked up onto Spear Breaker.
Yeah, but not Night Stalker though. He got his Silver Edge.
And they're actually gonna give him the Refresher Shard. So it's gonna be double Nether Strike and double Charge coming out.
That's gonna be funny.
That's probably the best person to give it to. They don't really have like great cool stuff to put it on.
I agree.
And
what else do they give to?
So Omni Knight has his Radiance, but he also has a Ghost Scepter. Just
for the PL. They don't have a purge. You just need something to save himself.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. But just going for travels as well. I don't know what. Maybe an axe would be good.
Get that
I
extra
would-
duration on GA. I mean, they just have
Yeah.
so much magic damage though. Like Viper has gone full caster build. He's got eggs. He's got soul booster.
Always going off terrain. Nice.
Yeah.
I take it back. This build is awesome. I take it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Earlier you weren't a big
8%.
fan of it.
Yo. Like I only played against it once. Like my
Is under attack.
what my what do you call it? Pool
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
sample. Yeah. My sample
Yeah.
pool is pretty small, so I
fair.
can't judge, man.
Alright, well we're gonna see how effective it is here as the push does come in from the Dire. I don't know how they kill this PL twice. Like it's this push is scary. The charge is gonna come in onto the Ursa. And Hex is there. Shackles haven't been committed yet. There's going to be Illusion chucked out onto the Shadow Shaman. Invoker's actually going to get run down a little bit. There's going to be the Meteor on top of the Deafening Blast, but it's going to miss. A lot of the Illusions. Icebook gets dropped. Invoker's just trying to run away. He's got GA and Propel, but the Shaman's getting chucked down to the back lines. Ursa's found himself a Viper, but that's not really the big one you got to worry about. AA boss does come in on the back lines, and oh man, that's a full 5-man hit. Cataclysm is going to be huge, but the PL is so low. He's so low. Is he gonna live? He's actually gonna live. I can't believe it. Meanwhile, Ursa is getting just chunked away. Actually, it's gonna be the Invoker. I thought it was the Ursa.
He's dead.
Tendu is trying to run in. Cold Snap is gonna be there onto the Viper, but he's gonna be able to make it away. And I mean, they're gonna have to expend some buybacks. They have to. PL's already healed up to full. He didn't even pop the Aegis. Wards it.
They wasted everything. They wasted GA. They wasted snakes. Ooh, it's gonna be a tough hold. I don't know if one of them can hold this lane or not.
I mean, he can hold it for about 6.5 seconds with this arm. That's about it. That's the best they can hope for. They are looking a little bit scared though. They're gonna back off.
Respecting the Invoker a little bit too much, I think.
I mean, Invoker's just a scary hero.
Yeah, that is true. They don't have BKB, they might be a bit scared. And it's pretty low on mana as well. I'm just gonna go for the safe play, take the shrines, continue building up the momentum.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack. Radiant's
Yeah, he's
top
got an
shrine
MKB queued
has
up
fallen.
next. So those little bashes are gonna come in now. That only works on the main hero, right? The illusions don't get the bash.
Oh no. It doesn't bash anymore, sir.
Yeah. Oh, wait, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it doesn't bash it. No, it doesn't bash. It gives like pure damage now, I think, and accuracy. So it's not 100% true strike anymore.
Yeah, no, I knew the true strike chance, but I thought it was. I thought
Nah,
it still
no
bashed.
bashes, just damage.
Well, I mean, that's
I
still
think-
something.
I don't know if they get the damage or not. I'm pretty sure they get accuracy, but
Radiant's middle
Not
tower
not sure
the
about damage.
not the extra proc. Yeah.
Yeah. So that would be actually. Ooh, that would be insane if it procs. Like one proc is what? 60 bonus pure damage.
Oh, they're gonna go into.
Alright, now I'm done. I'm just watching YouTube
Viper
videos
here.
I don't care
I
about.
don't really know if this is the person you dump all your stuff on. There's going to be an AA blast coming out. Now actually gets away on the Ursa. He does get the ult pop, and the nice Deafening Blast does come out, but it's not going to be on the main target that they need. Invoker's going to have to ghost walk away, and Ursa is dead. He does not have a buyback.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom
He's
and get a
300
drink.
gold
I'll be
short.
back in a
Nice,
second.
he's just doing a lot of work, but I don't think it's going to be quite enough to hold off this
Okay.
push. Omni Knight's trying to push in bottom, but Viper's just going to TP back and repel. Yeah. Super safe plays from him.
Radiant's
Oh, yeah.
middle tower has fallen.
PR is level 25. He does have his critical strike, and that's that's very good.
Yeah, and Tendu's just getting chunked down. They don't have any way to clear these illusions. They use the wrong one, and yeah, I mean the tornado is. I think he has to get the tornado cooldown just to be able to spam it out a little bit better. Cold Snap is going to go there onto the axe blade.
Sunstrike? Oh, they shot.
And they just don't have damage. These heroes are so tanky. It was such an awkward initiation onto the Viper earlier too. Like, Night Stalker just runs up, hits him with Silver Edge, and then runs away.
Yeah, and Spiritbreaker got a disarm off on Ursa, so he couldn't bust him down. These team fights, man. Like, Whiskey Business has, like their team fights have been, like, all over the place. Well, the side of the dire side has been like really on point. Their positioning has been like, oh, the tanky heroes in front, like the backup supports like slightly behind them, Spirit Breaker behind, Spirit Breaker stands like right on the cliffs to give vision and stuff.
Has fallen.
I think a lot of it comes down to something we mentioned in the draft that unfortunately nobody here heard, was there's really a lack of initiation on the side of Whiskey Business. Like you look at Paradise and they've got an axe, you got a Spirit Breaker, and even PL is so tanky at this point he can just kind of run at you. Whereas who is the initiator for Whiskey Business? They don't have a Blink Shaman.
Silver Age Night Stalker.
Yeah, like that's the initiation. It's not great.
Nah, it's not.
And you got an Invis Spirit Breaker just running around getting some vision down. And I mean, all they can really do right now is just push these waves out and wait for next Roche, which is gonna be at least a minute.
Dire are scanning.
It's 30 seconds actually.
Yeah. I mean,
maybe.
it's
Respawn,
maybe a 30
Yeah,
seconds.
It's good. And PL is going for the butterfly now. Oh, that Ursa's not gonna deal a lot of damage at all.
Yeah, now he has to get an MKB, but doesn't really have the item slots to do it. He's got
He's trying to
Shrine is under attack.
get the Blackstone out of the way, please. Just put the Mithril Hammer panel.
this Blightstone's really bothering you, eh?
Yeah, it's like trying to go and you have a 1600 gold in your inventory, right? And he doesn't put it on. Come on, man.
Yeah. No,
That's armor reduction.
I mean the real question, right, is PL is basically going to be a 6 slotted soon, right?
Oh yeah.
Once PL 6 slotted, you know, does Whiskey Business kind of have like a reverse swing back the other way where they start getting more and more items and they're in a better spot? Like if this goes ultra late game, who do you favor here?
Oh, definitely PL. PL is one of the best late game heroes, no joke.
So
I think, Ursa, okay, Invoker is a good late game, but Ursa is a mid game carry. Like, he scales, but not to the extent of PL, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Yeah, especially against like we mentioned before, Ursa is just not good against illusion heroes at all.
Yeah, he's not good against illusion heroes, and they've just got so many ways to. Even if he
Stop
buys the
him from getting
BKB, he
Heaven's Halberd is just gonna stop him from hitting. So yeah, pop the enrage. That's what I feel as well. Very enraged.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
his Omni Knight has done so much split pushing in this game. Like
Yeah, I think so too.
he's just hiding in the trees. It's all he really I think knows to do because
Space, man, space.
I mean, it's keeping them in this game. I'll give him that. Like he's slowly but surely chunking away at this tier 3. But actually, meanwhile down mid, we're gonna get another initiation onto the Ursa.
And he doesn't have buyback.
And there's no buyback for Ursa. Does he? Oh, he completed the BKB. He bought it. He doesn't have it. It's gonna be initiation onto. It looks like the Omni Knight. Viper's still getting chucked up in the air. I'm having a little bit of screen tearing right now. There's going to be initiation now from the axe. Misses completely. GA comes out. They don't have any good clear on these PL illusions. So Invoker's trying to run out, do the best that he can, but Omni Knight does fall. He is forced to buy back, and Shaman is just completely useless right now. A nice meteor does get dropped onto the axe as maybe going to drop him low. PL finally starting to get chunked down a little bit, but they don't know which one the real one is. Invoker chucks out another tornado. He did get the cooldown reduction talent, so they're maybe starting to be able to get something done, but there's just so many different illusions and so many things flying at the Radiant team. Omni Knight dies back as well, and the heart kicks in, and I think that might just be GG. Invoker's sticking it out for all he's worth, but
yeah, he's really trying.
they're just too tanky.
Too tanky, too farm.
And that's a dead Night Stalker. Dead Shadow Shaman.
Invoker's there as well.
Dead. Yeah. So Invoker buys back. We might see it, and GG does get called.
Yeah. I think overall this game is I think it's much of a comes down to the draw. I think
Looking so good for Whiskey Business until that PL thing came out.
yeah, I think Paradise is really outdrafted them. Like the PL last pick, perfect. I couldn't think of any other better heroes. Like just nice.
Yeah, really well played by them. Good hold in the early game, I think, for Whiskey Business. Well played in the early game, but just no way to deal with that outdraft. And so we are going to move into game 2 of this best of 2. Paradise take game 1. We'll see if they're able to 2-0 or if the Whiskey Business team can tie the series. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.